Welcome back. What way to end off a hard week into some non Biyori. If we want to think what the world would be like, what our lives might be like, if we lived in a little rural place, not having to worry about the rest, the hustle and bustle of the city, instead we can just enjoy our time in the autumn. Maybe we can dry our own persimmons. Still, what is there else to see, do, and talk about? And truly, how much have I been missing out on? Let's find out. Nutty. A good use of marker there. There's a very... Some more arts and crafts. Yeah, but there's a very black marker with no spill lines or seepage. Good thing that they've got some shared skills there. Someone who's actually quite decent at sewing and making stuff. So... I mean, every anime has a cultural festival at some point, right? So... putting it all together and making something, but what are they going to do all one thing together? What does the class cultural thing they're doing actually be? Just make sure to wake up before the festival. Actually, being nice and helpful, staying with the parents. Well, waiting for any brain damage to make it self-evident, but also doing something about the cultural festival. And art, well, explains what they're doing. And an art display cafe. What was that? Okay. Well, at least there was some method to her madness there, but still. The more people, the merrier, but how many alumni from their school actually are there in this village? So far, 2. It would be nice seeing the candy lady again, but still suddenly confused about the idea they have for this festival. A art festival, or an art display cafe. I can see it working, but what art do they have to show off? And how many of them would you actually trust making food? And some of them even making a cup of tea. There is at least some good intentions from some of them, wanting to make something special, have a cultural festival. They've seen it from somewhere before. Having it for themselves, there'd be no way for them to actually kind of experience one, if not. Unidentified mysterious animal. More Nessie. Huh? How does Renge have a number? but also just get straight to the point. Yeah, not interested in any of that. Stop your talking. I have something I want to say. So, well, you'll find some way how really not giving them an option. If she doesn't, we'll worry about it later. She has a very kind of proactive way of dealing things. We'll give them no opportunity to back out of it. Is he being quite handy in making a little doghouse? No one even acknowledges it. He's out here doing something useful. It gets completely overlooked. Well, you don't sell anything anyway. Just put an honesty box there. Don't remind her how bad her business is. Just put out the puppy dog eyes. So please, I'm putting in so much effort. Ran out of ideas? Now laying on the guilt. That's just her natural face. How evil of her. Stand your ground, Candy Lady. I mean, considering we've seen her tear up and cry before, she's actually used to it now. She knows how to make the tears flow. Success. I guess they need to expand their culinary tastes. Hope it won't be served up in the cafe, though. So, who paid for her trip? What's with the... Is she a snail? Okay. Does she need to do the twirl as well, though? It's not antenna. Obviously not. What, some giraffe? Some giraffe. I mean, it's not very many animals that have kind of head protrusions like that. That isn't some insect. I mean, don't get your hopes up. That's all I'm saying for this. And the actual interior... I see some outfits had a little more attention to detail than others. Oh, right. They actually got some of their stuff made. That's the art. Yeah, the unidentified mysterious animal. Does the unidentified mysterious animal need such a hoarse voice? Is she going to remember all of those? Okay, it was just a black piece of cardboard before, but now, what is it? Her latest toy. Is there instructions that come with it? Okay. And that's it, is it? Alright. She likes to think in the abstract sense, I guess. She made the hole big enough, I guess. Don't make her cry. Get in the hole. Okay. Well, good thing that there isn't a certain other one that was doing the cooking. Makes sense. She's the... Any reason why she's been mysteriously absent? Embarrassed. Tanuki onesie thing. To be fair, if that's what we saw her sewing, that's a pretty good job. I wouldn't mind it myself, to be fair. It looks kind of comfortable. Well, just get into the role of it and entertain. That is a job, right? Stop complaining, come on. And what is this, like, two-man show? Do we get a... she gets a massive attack boost at the loss of half of her health. I think I'm going to need a revive by the end of this. I mean, she's regretting her life choices, sure. I'll never be able to do that, for various reasons. You can't abandon the play. What, so saying nothing would have been the kindest? I am horrified by the idea if there's more. Please don't say she's going to try and whip the tablecloth away. That's not how you do it. Amazing! Do you have an encore for this? I mean, her sense of... Yeah, her ability far outweighs nothing. I mean, if she continues practicing, maybe one day she can do something. How many cafe... That's what the doghouse was for. How many cafes make the guests clean up? Also, this isn't for the cultural festival, is it? That's just... You know... It's a lot cheaper than the rest of the suit. I see. There has to be some sort of medical intervention here. They ate it. It wasn't that hard. Good thing they didn't have to pay for it. We got the ingredients, make it yourself. Let me guess, the prices in the candy store are going to suspiciously increase. And who's going to take credit for making this? To be fair, some of it looks alright. And the final panel is... I think they should have this as a recording for future prosperity. At least we know that it was a one-time thing. You know, once was enough. To be fair, I've still got a Sega Mega Drive, I think called Sega Saturn in America. Actually, it's plugged in downstairs in the living room at the minute. It's always time to enjoy some of the old consoles and the like. I'm glad they held their ground. She's going to waste away at this point, isn't she? Yeah, but how much of it is like loose paper and art supplies? She cleaned it 2 days ago. More. The poppers? I can't remember what they're called. Put it down and it flies. That's simple material mechanics making something somewhat entertaining. Let me guess, they are now going to get sidetracked completely from the cleaning, make a whole lot more mess. That's why I can't be trusted to do anything actual. Slinky. But yeah, why I can't be trusted to do any proper cleaning, because you find something, it's like, oh, I remember this. I had a Slinky. In fact, I think I had about 4 of them in various states of disrepair. It's... Yep, as seen on TV, JML Magic Snake, I think it was called. Like a fishing line with a furry thing on the end. It's sad just how much I remember pretty much all of those kind of things. It's like a trip down memory lane kind of thing. When life was simpler. A flower. Out of all the flowers, tulip, not a bad choice, I guess. And how much has her life goals changed in the years? How long is the mockery going to continue before there's a physical confrontation? In many, many ways, she's helping. putting them in their place, and she's just making sure that they don't suffer any seizures, right? Well, that de-escalated the situation rather well, actually. I think she'll be quite well good at disciplining unruly children later on. And they're done? I mean, to be fair, just decluttered it a lot. More games. Pretty cute. What's an old... I don't have them. I think my parents might still have a whole bunch of VHS cassette tapes that my granddad recorded me because we didn't have the channels on the TV of old, like, Cartoon Network programs. Oh, old family home videos. Is it going to be like the Letter, just on steroids in terms of not like doesn't want to be a flower, but wants to be a good wife to her brother? Yeah, it's like the Letter on steroids. Good thing they've got it recorded for prosperity. It's not something you want to overwrite. It's beloved family memories. And compared to her teasing with the assignment thing that was written earlier, this is self-inflicted wounds, and they don't need to pile on to make it hurt. You've got to love how every time that she tries to pull one over and do something to one of the other characters, it comes back tenfold. I'm pretty sure that there'd be old home videos and recordings from when I was a child. I'm not going to go asking my parents to find any, or ask if they still exist. This show really is something, isn't it? I mean, we can just have normal kind of days where they go around doing their own shit, go from cleaning a room, and yet it's a trip that makes me feel horribly nostalgic. I don't know about anyone else that wouldn't know the like magic snake and whatnot, but I don't know, I feel weird now thinking about actually remembering many times from the past and my childhood. Wow. What's with the ski mask? But yeah, I wasn't expecting a nostalgia trip for all of this. Boy, what an experience. The fact that she's like, I want a cultural festival. We haven't got one in the school. I want to experience it, see what it's like. And then also can't be bothered to put in the effort for costumes, for actual work ethic when you're making the cafe, or helping out with the entertainment. At least there was one that was not too much of a hassle, sitting quietly in the corner. He did have water Maybe a litter box. Don't want to cause too much trouble for everyone. Repercussions for actions is one thing, but permanent psychological damage thanks to the pure nature of children there, but being recorded for prosperity further down the line to see later on. Ha ha ha, you're now traumatized. The only thing you can do is take it in your stride and own it. Not sure how you do it after exclaiming to marry your brother, though. But still, after strong-arming people to join them in the cultural festival there, to come along and witness it, I'm surprised that there weren't maybe some of the parents or other siblings to come along and have a look. If they set up a cultural festival for themselves, no one turned up, that would be rather sad. Who ended up paying for the train ticket and everything back? Although one thing I really can get behind is the horrible pressure of being forced to clean your room. Granted, kinda like hers. Well, not from what we saw in the beginning with the bags and me tied up, but still. My rooms and everything were never actually very messy. They were just cluttered. I had too much shit. Books, toys, cards, various clothes that I just didn't want to put away into drawers. Yep. I think that's pretty much every child's bedroom though, right? Maybe my adult bedroom now. Yeah, still not going to tidy it though. There is a lot about Non Biyori that I think everyone can at least like. Some, like myself for this episode, would get a much more in-touch feeling with it. Maybe nostalgia, maybe a sense of what life could have been if things were differently, maybe in a different era, age. Maybe just even class. But no matter what, they all seem happy. I wish I could have been that during my upbringing. Still, I like this show. I want to see more as much as it can give me. So, hopefully you can join me along on that journey. If you want to make sure not to miss out future uploads, consider subscribing to the channel. If I've done anything to entertain you today, maybe leave a like and a comment down below. But as always, take care of yourselves. Make sure to get plenty of rest. Maybe in a bed, not a dog kennel. But each to their own. And I'll see you in the next one.